So we are starting with lab 3, and in this lab we are going to create an on-demand learning app. Now, in your on-demand learning app, you might have a lot of learning videos, which would be pretty heavy in size. So instead of putting them in your application, you can put it on some streaming service like YouTube, and then you can source it from the YouTube to your application. It could be other streaming service too. Um, just because it's showing here icon, I said YouTube. Now, you have hosted your application there and or your video there, and you have a link. You call your media from using that link, and you post it in your application. So this is how our application is going to look like. You can have so this one is in the size of mobile. You can have it in tablet, or you can have responsive as well. And then we are going to put our icons and our menu bar and everything, right? So let's start. This is going to be very exciting today. Let's create an application. So we'll start with a design and we'll start with a blank. Now you can pick any size, phone or tablet or responsive. I think in your application you have in mobile. So I'll put it in mobile size itself. So let's cancel this, skip it. Now here we can put any color. Uh, so here you can select with this color. Um, how do you want it to be? How I want. Okay, I'll keep it like this, or I can select any other. Let's see. Or you can select by numbers. I mean, visual effect is better. Or you can simply go and pick a color of your choice. That's all. Okay. This was about setting the background. You can put a stock image, or you can upload an image or anything that you want. Now, next we want is to add our icon, right? So let's add here. So let's add a media. So yesterday we downloaded our file. In that file, we had this lab. In the lab, you can go to the Power Apps and Training app. You have all these logos available there. So you can select and open them. Okay, all the logos are being populated here. Now this is our Academy logo that I want to be in center, right? So this is the one. So one easy way to do that is if I say is height, okay, and I can make it parent height. So it would by default pick the size. Okay, so it came in middle, and then I can say width, and I can say parent width. So it would automatically come in center. Yeah. Now we need menu, right? So the menu should be to start or some hamburger menu where I can browse our what topics we want to select or what action we want to do. So for that, we will put a container here. But before that, let's make this image. So I will change this to the home screen. Okay. And this image is our Academy logo. It's a good practice to keep everything labeled well. So further, if you have to want to, if you want to do something or make some changes, it would be easier. Now let's insert a container here. So I'll just find a container, a vertical container. This is a mobile app. And in this, I want to make, so first of all, what this container represents, right? So this container is my menu, right? So maybe I can say container menu. Okay. Do I want to make some changes in the color or something? I can select it from here. Mm, all right. So I can change the color here. Now, let's resize a bit how exactly I want it to appear that I want. Right, I want it to be in front. I can say, I think it's already in front, but I would say let's add it. Now I want here to add one hamburger menu as well. So I can go to insert and find out hamburger menu. Let me bring it to the front. Okay. So, okay. I want, so this would, I would be using to open the menu, right? So let's make it open menu. And then I need one icon also which would close it. So cancel the batch. That would be the next. I'm just making it a little bigger so it would be clear to see. Yeah. After that, so let's rename this also. All right. So we have open and we have close. Now inside this menu, we need another menu, which would be managing my menu items, right? So let's add another container here. This is vertical container. We will add, so it's added here, right? Maybe if we want, we can give it a slightly different color just for the sake of recognizing it, right? Now, further, let's also name it course menu. Yes. So after putting the name, you must hit enter or tab before you click somewhere else. course menu, right? So I have open, I have close, and I have course menu. Now, uh, when I open this, all three cannot be like this, right? This would not look good. We need to add some function here. So when I click on this, this should open. When I click on this should close, something like that, right? So we will add some function. So go to the app, and here we will say on start. And here we will add a function. So this function is basically telling the size, the width, and then it says when the menu is open menu is open is true, this is false, right? So one is true. So both cannot be open at the same time, right? One has to be open and one has to be closed. But if you realize the name that we are using here, this variable is not mentioned anywhere in this items or icons. So we have to tell them that this is your like in the syntax what we are using, that should be okay. Somehow this open. Sorry for that. So we have to tell these icons to connect to that syntax that we have given. So we have to change its visibility parameters. So I selected this. This is my open menu, right? And I go ahead and select here visible. So visible is true right now, right? So I have to change it to connect it to the syntax that we have given. So this is my open menu. It should be connected with the variable this, right? Okay, let me collect man variable. Variable menu open viz. Okay, this has to be small. Sorry, variable. Okay, so now when the syntax would be called, it would know where to look at. So you see, this is gone right now. So which is fine. Now here, okay, close menu should also know when to be visible, right? So it is being controlled by that syntax. So here also its visibility has to be changed, right? Now that is also gone, correct? So let's go here on start. On start, this would be visible, right? Now that so when your application would start, this menu would be visible here. But when you open the menu, right, then what should happen? You should see this link, this menu, and then it should be able to close, right? So on select, when you select this, then what you should get. So let's go and so when my application would start, what do I have? This. Now in the open menu, when you select this open menu, what you should have? Then I want the close to be true, right? So I have to update the formula in here, which is, right? So this width would be 300, and when the open menu would go false, and this would come true, right? So your close menu would come true. So what would happen when I click it? This would become the close menu, right? So till now I have not said. Now what would happen when I select the close menu, right? So the close menu, when I select, the open menu should be visible, right? So I select it, and here on select, what I have to do is I have to say that it should go back to 100 size and it should show me the false, right? So when this is false, this would be true. And when this is false, this would be true. Now what would happen? Let's see. If I click on this, this hamburger would appear. If I click on hamburger, this would appear. Interesting. So one part is set. Now let's work on our container menu, right? So course menu. Now in the course menu, or first we should do the container menu, right? So the container menu. So the width that we have just mentioned earlier. So which width was that? Was it for course menu or was it for the container menu? So first let's do the container menu. So container menu, the width is, so this is fixed, but I want this to be controlled by what we gave in the formula. So once we gave it 100, once we made it 300, so this should be like this. So right now it is this, and then if goes, then this is the open menu. So when I click on the open menu, it would expand. When I close it, it would go back, right? We can do a little bit more customization if we like this is already aligned in the center. You want to do the left or right or justify it, you can do that, right? Here, or you can change the color if you like, right? You can change the padding if you want. Like if I can change it to 10, maybe. Yes. So these are the small customization, how you want it to look like, how it, what color or what design, what background you want to look like, right? Now let's go to the course menu. Now, how this course menu would be decided. So course menu container is basically nested within the container menu. So somehow it is decided by the container menu as well. But if we want to make some changes here, so it would not look good if it with exceeds the parent menu, right? Or the parent container. So it should always match the parent container. So in that case, we can tell them that you should always be aligned with your parent container, right? Or maybe not here, I can say with with either you can go from advanced and you can change here, or you can select on the top. But the you have to remember that course menu is selected, right? And I say here the parent width. So it would match the parent width whenever it changes, right? Width would be parent width. So now it would be aligned with the parent container. Now we can start adding the images here. Which images? That we actually added when with our media. Remember? So these are the media that we want to add. So let's say this one I want to add to the container. So I will select this and well, this looks like pretty big to me, right? So we'll work on that. We have to change it. So here, what I can do is make it smaller. So height should be smaller. Now looks good, right? Or I can even make it 50. That depends how I want it to be. right? Now let's add all of them. So this is OneDrive. Now this is OneNote. This is Outlook. Okay, it is going too big. So maybe I should just do resizing, right? And then add Outlook is done, PowerPoint, which is, and then SharePoint again, Teams, Word. Yeah, let's make some space in here. Okay, so I'll put some padding just to make it a bit better, like all are together. I just wanted to give some space in between. Sounds good, right? Now let's go back to the tree view. Now these are all the images. So basically it is difficult to tell which one is which. So I'm going to change it. So I'll make it OneDrive. Right button. And then this one is OneNote button. Then this one is Outlook. And I would have mentioned it's a best practice to keep everything leveled as ready to be recognized. So when I need to make some changes, I would have everything ready. All right, so all of them are updated now, and we have set their size. If we want to make any changes in their shape or size or color or anything that we can do. Now the main task is when it expands, right? How it would expand, because right now it is just like that, but I want it to be expanded when I need to, otherwise it should be closed, correct? So for that, I would need to set its menu, like open menu icon have to be connected to this menu. So when I click on the open menu, this should open. Well, there are multiple ways where I can do that. So first way is how we did with the close menu. So in the close menu, what we have done that on select, this close menu would be false, right? And this would be true, correct? And this we had given there. And in the open menu, when you click, then the open menu goes false and the close menu appears. Now the same thing we add with the course menu as well, right? So right now what happens when we click on this, it goes and just size would be increased. So either we can put a label here that it would be expanded and it would be showing you the name and the label of each courses, or you can, when you close on this, you can make it disappear, right? If you don't want it here. So there are multiple ways. So for that, you have to set the visibility of this container again and add it to this open menu, right? And then you have to again appear here. So I will leave it there. I will not do that in this demo because it would complicate it a little bit. But what we can do is we can add labels here, right? So for the once you click on the menu, it would be expanded and it would be showing you the course details. Right now, what you have is just the icons, but when you would change it, it would show you all the details of the course. So that's what we can do now. So let's start adding the label. Now, this one is kind of not expanded. So let's expand it first. Okay, now here we will start adding the labels. So let's select the course menu and then we'll go to insert, add a text label. Now, what label do we want to add? So let's say I want to add here. Now let's bring it to the front. Mm, Let me change the color. Let's see. Mm, Nope, I don't want to cover it. What was the actual color? Okay, so I'll just change the color of my menu of my alphabet. Okay, so I have word here. Uh, is it good? Do I want to change the background a bit? Maybe. Mm, and padding, let me do 0 everywhere. It's taking a lot of space around. And width, I think font size is okay. Right, font size is fine, but I think I want it to be a bit smaller. It's too big. Right. I'm also not liking its height. Mm, yeah, now it looks good to me. Now, this one I want only to be appeared when uh, my menu is opened, right? So I have to set its property as like when I want this menu to be open, only then it should open, right? So for that, I need to go to the advanced, and for the width, I would set it to the parent width, right? First. So this would set here, but still this is not about the visibility. So for visibility, I have to say that you would be appearing only when the menu is uh, mm, the the mm, var menu is true, right? So you have to when this close menu is clicked, then only you should be then you should go, right? So you should be visible only with this, correct? So let's check. So now you cannot see that. Only when that close menu appears, you would be able to see this. Now, this task you could have done with this entire course menu, right? Or, so let's say if I do this with the course menu, right? Now, what would happen? Now, nothing is appearing here, right? When I click on this, then this would start appearing. So either you can do with the word, the labels, right? Or you can do it with the entire menu. That depends what you would like to do. So let me complete. I'll put the video on the pause and put all the labels here. Okay. So now I have labeled it well. Okay. All of them are labeled. And then maybe. So now what we want to do is, let's see. So this is gone and this is. Now, if I imagine that I have a lot of different, like I have made the size pretty smaller, but if I had a bigger size and I have more icons here and more menu, I want to add it scrolling, right? So what I can do here is change this from vertical to scrolling, right? Let's see. Um, Okay, I could not find it here. Let's see this side. Under properties, you have option. Okay, vertical overflow. Now with this one, we can scroll. So if there would be more vertical items, it would give you the scroll option, right? So how it look like? So if there are more options, you would be able to scroll it. So probably I could have made this icons a little bigger so you could see the scroll option. Maybe in your demo, you can try that. Okay, so my home screen kind of looks ready. Now what we want to do here is add one more screen, and that screen is going to be our learning screen, right? So this is one home screen that we just worked on. Let's add one more screen, right? So I'll take it blank and then name it template screen, right? This is my template screen. Now I have to bring my videos, which I'm going to introduce here on this screen. So first let's add a menu. So vertical container. This would I would set as the parent height and parent width. Oh, sorry. So it would go with the parent height and width. width, right? So it has now the parent height and width. Just a little bit more. Okay, now this is my container. Let's rename it. Do I want to do make some more changes or put some color or something? All right, so now let's nest some more container inside. So let's inside, and this time we will put horizontal container inside. Let's make it height. Make it height to 100. Okay. And width to parent width. How much is height? Let me confirm once again. Height is 100 and height is 100, right? So now parent is this one. Let's rename it to container headers. Let's add one more container here in the course container. Okay. That is vertical container, vertical, right? Now here on, so this is your on the first one and this is the second one. Okay, I wanted this to be like a ribbon, but I think I missed some step. Let me check. So here, this is my first container and this is my second container. One of them I wanted to be like a on the top like a ribbon. So let me check. What did I miss? Okay. So I'll turn off this flexible height. Now this is how I want it to look like, right? So now I have on the top, I have ribbon where I would be giving the some headers, right? So this is my container header, and this is going to be where I would publish my actual content, right? So I will make it like um, container content. All right. So this is my course, this is my header, and this is my container content. Now this header, right? I want here like to go back and select whichever item I select, that should be showing up here, right? So container header, this is the ribbon, and I would go to insert and I will add an icon here. Which icon? I want an icon which say back, right? So if I click on this, it should go back. Now what should happen when I click on this? So let's rename it to return button, right? So this is my return button. What would happen when I'll select? So when it would be selected, it should go back, right? It should go back. Now, how I want to like do the property, what's the height and what's everything, we can set it up here as we want to. Or so next I want to give here a label, correct? So let's insert a text label and display name should be, okay, I will make it in the center. Yes, align in the center and set by the container. Width I can make it a bit smaller. Okay, this is too small maybe. Uh, let's so in that case, I would need to have this font size also smaller. Okay, so I'll leave it there. Here, actually, we need to add the media. So here in this one, okay, always rename it. So let's rename it product name label. And here we want to add a media, right? So let's go insert media. Sorry. Now we want to add video here, right? So we have video. Let's rename this to product. And here we can put a label also. Label. And this is okay. Now in the content, vertical, right? Uh, let's add it here. This is our brand, right? Now Let's go back. Okay, we can move it a bit if you want to. Mm, okay, so this is our brand. This is our video. This is where you put the production, like your description. Now this is one screen which we worked on. Now we want to get more of this, right? So we have to simply get duplicate, right? So here we would have everything that we have done till now, right? So all the courses that we want to do, we can put all of them here. So for Word, Excel, all those that we created, we can put it here, right? So for example, this one is Learn Word. Yeah. Now this one is Learn Excel, right? So you can put all this here, all of the courses. Now here, if I want to select, so if someone, what I want actually is if someone goes to my main menu, right, and click on Word, they should be redirected here on my Learn Word, right? So that means I have to select here and put uh, mm, a navigation, right? Then if you click here, it should take you to the page which I have created, to that screen that is dedicated for Learn Word. So what I'm going to do, if on select, someone select this word, then what should happen? Then it should navigate. Where it should navigate? It should navigate here, right? Learn word. So sorry. So I would have to go on select, and then I have to give it the exact same name. Learn word. Yeah. Now what would happen? Someone would click here, then it would take me here. So yeah, means here, right? Same thing I can do to others. Like you click here, or I have Excel, right? Other one is Excel. So what I can do, unselect, right? I can say navigate. What you have to do is learn Excel. So it would take you there, right? So like that, all of them I can connect it to their dedicated pages, right? So for SharePoint, for Outlook, all of them I can create an application, or you can different develop it more, right? How you want to develop it. Now I have to create one page for all of them, and then we can start. Uh, it would start redirecting you there, right? Now under the let's say this, but I do not have anything here yet, right? So I have this product video, but I do not actually have a video here or any description or name or anything. right? So what you can do here is update the name and the description. So here in this video, I can connect my actual media, right? So if I select this and go to the properties, here video, now I can put a link that I want to connect. So I've prepared a couple of links for you. Let me check if I can get that link. All right. So if I get here a video, right, from YouTube. Now what would happen? Uh, okay, so I think something I'm missing here. Let me check. Yeah, now looks good, right? So if let's check what happens. If this video is not published yet. I tried to create a video for you and try to publish it. So let's try again. Mm. So basically, all of them are checked, but that video is not public yet, I guess. So let me get this video public and then we'll try it. Yeah, there we go. Now, when you click on this, it's actually running on
So this is your lab zero,
YouTube,
and
but
we're going to skip
it
the
is
lab
also
zero
showing
because
up
I
here,
already have created the
right?
salient tool.
So my
You know,
users
this
would be able to go to their
also the lab.
application and would be
We
able
will start
to access
from
them.
lab one.
So for all of them, we can set different set of video, and the users can go and try to access the courses, and they would be able to see those courses, right? This looks good to me. I want to make some changes. Display. Yeah, it sounds good, right? So now it is time to look at the app setting. So here it is the name that we can update. We can put a brief description for the demo purpose. You can write a brief description here. Now here we can add an image and make it, put the logo here, right? And what next? Can be used, right? And all the settings that you can look at. And here is how you want to look, lock orientation that you want to turn off, aspect, and how you want it to be landscape or portrait, fixed or responsive. We are still at fixed. You can change it to responsive if you like. That depends, right? So it would automatically pick how it is a tablet or a desktop or a mobile or a website. It would resize itself to match the screen. How it would the update would happen, everything you can select here. Now, final step, save it and publish it. To whom you want to publish, that you can select. So it is saved and now publish to whom? For the demo purpose, I want to share it. So I can share it to everyone if I want to, right? But everyone who would be in the same domain would be able to see this. Or but they would not be getting an email. I should be share. I would need to share with everyone on the email. So I copied the link and I kept it with me. If you want to see, you can share it and you can see this. And this is how my final application would look like. So let's say the canvas size, right? So you can go back and this is how my application would look like. I would click on this and I'll select which one I want to go for. I go there, it would show me the video. We would start there.
Okay, so this is your lab 0 and it's about template. However, you will find health.
So that's all. This is with I hope this was interesting and you liked it. And now it's time to move to the next lab.